Dead by Daylight is more than 3 years old now, and I'm sure that by this point, the developers know what they're doing when it comes to balancing killer powers, right? Oh, wait, hang on. Is Stefan's wallpaper a collage of baby sheep pictures? But anyways, yes, we'd all like to believe that the developers understand what makes the killer power balanced. But upon playing Ghostface in the PTB, my faith in them was brutally murdered. Let's go over why. First, let's review the Ghostface's perks. His first perk, I'm All Ears, reveals survivor auras if they perform rushed actions outside your terror radius. There's two problems with this. One, why would a survivor perform a rushed action if you're not anywhere near them? The only time they're going to be fast vaulting pallets or windows is if they're in danger. And two, even if you are near them, the only time they would perform a rushed action is if they're in a chase with you, which kind of eliminates the point of running this perk because you'll know where they are. His second perk is Thrilling Tremors, and out of all of his perks, this one is the most useful, but it's still underwhelming. It locks all generators not currently being repaired for 16 seconds when you pick up a survivor. There are two use cases for this perk. One, you down a survivor just moments away from completing a generator, then pick them up to hook them. In this case, Thrilling Tremors will keep the generator locked so other survivors can't complete it behind your back. And two, you can approximate the location of survivors by looking for generators with red auras. Any generator with a white aura has no survivors currently working on it, so you can head towards red generators after hooking a survivor and have a good chance of finding someone there. However, the duration of the generator lock is quite short and has a long cooldown and does nothing to prevent survivors from completing the generator they're already working on. Plus, there are more reliable perks for helping stall out the game like Hex Ruin and Pop Goes the Weasel. So this perk will likely be thrown in the scrap heap with the rest of the garbage. And finally, the Furtive Chase perk. This lowers your terror radius while in a chase by 4 meters every time you hook your obsession, up to a max of 20 meters. This sounds strong, but the keywords here are in a chase. If you're not in a chase, this perk does nothing. And on top of that, hooking your obsession 5 times is a pretty big ask for a benefit that doesn't really do much. If you're in a chase, a smaller terror radius isn't going to help much because the survivor already knows you're there. Finding your obsession also depends a lot on luck, so some games you might not even get enough stacks for this perk to make an impact. Oh, and if you kill your obsession, you lose the perk's benefits. Okay, maybe the Ghostface's perks are garbage, but he's a top tier killer, right? Wrong, and I'll show you why. Ghost's power allows you to reduce your terror radius to 0 and stalk survivors, similar to Myers. You can also peek around corners to make yourself harder to spot. However, trying to sneak up on players with third-person camera views is pretty challenging. Even with no terror radius, the moment survivors know you're playing Ghostface, they'll be on the lookout. It's kind of like playing Spy in Team Fortress 2. Sure, your first few kills might be easy, but once the enemy knows you're a spy, they're going to be spy checking their teammates, glancing behind their backs, and they might even switch to pyro to counter you. Same idea applies to Ghostface, except it's even worse because he can't go invisible and his backstabs require you to stare at your target without them seeing you for 4 seconds. On top of that, survivors can cancel his ability entirely just by looking at him. They also receive an audio cue every time he activates Ghost Shroud, and another audio cue when he's lurking nearby. Nothing says stealth like giving the enemy information about your actions. I played 10 Ghostface games on the PTB and could not activate his power once in any of my games. I winded up just playing him like Wraith without invisibility after getting tired of trying to activate his power. In his current state, Ghostface is worse than Freddy. So that's my review of Garbage Face. Until he gets some buffs, I won't be buying this DLC. Both the killer and his perks need to be reworked. But anyways, thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, make sure to subscribe for future content.